Good day, everyone. I'm David Paul. I'm the Managing Director of VectorVest's in the UK. The last time I was in Core Finance, I talked about some momentum trades, and I'm glad to report that two of them have moved quite spectacularly, in fact. AUG was featured, and it's moved up strongly since I was last on here on the 22nd of October. And the other was Games Workshop, which moved up very strongly after a very favourable trading statement last Friday. The other share was Redvro, and it's still sitting pretty much where I spoke about it on the 22nd. I'm still very hopeful that can move out of a very large consolidation. Now, today I want to talk about the VectorVest worry-free methodology. And the core of the worry-free methodology is our market timing system. And on the first chart, folks, I show the market timing of the UK. Now, the chart is the VectorVest composite of the UK, which is all 2,200 shares that we follow in the London market. And I think you can see the red and the green triangles. The red triangle is our longest term sell signal. And the green triangle, our longest term, most conservative buy signal. And at the moment, the long-term trend on VectorVest UK is up. However, the short-term trend is in fact down. So today is not a day for buying shares. We advocate buying shares when both the short-term trend is up and the long-term trend is up. So until the short-term trend rejoins the long-term trend on the upside, it's probably time to sit on your hands and do nothing. Okay, so longer-term trend up in the US as well, and shorter-term trend is down. So the UK position and the US position exactly the same. All right, so our worry-free methodology is based on the proprietary VectorVest metric relative safety. Now, every day VectorVest puts a value to every share in the stock market. It puts a number to the safety of the earnings stream, and it puts a number to the trend. In our worry-free investing methodology, folks, we sort all of the shares in the London stock market by relative safety. We bring those shares that have the best track record of making money and growing all the financial ratios to the top of the pile. We advocate in this conservative investing methodology focusing on the UK's safest shares. And that's had a really good 2019. In the next slide, I'll show you the method. The method is very simple indeed. When we get one of those green triangles, which is the longest term buy signal on VectorVest, we buy 10 high RS shares, spreading ourselves across the market, no more than 2 shares from any one sector. Now, if the general market is rising, there's a very low probability that you'll be stopped out of one of those shares, but it could happen. If it does happen, run the search again and replace. So when the general market is rising, folks, we're always fully invested. Now, sooner or later, the market will print a red signal. Now, the red signals in 2019 have in fact precipitated no action at all. But if we got a sell-off like the sell-off that we had in October, November, December in 2018, then certainly some of the worry-free shares, the high RS shares, would hit their stop loss. If the market is falling and you're stopped out, we simply build a cash position. So if we were stopped out of 2 out of the 10 shares in a confirmed down signal, we would have 80% in shares, 20% in cash. The next time you get a confirmed up signal, we run the sort again, we run the search again, and we make sure that we're fully invested. That's the process. Now, I've tested this, folks, over a very, very long time, 20 plus years, in both the UK and the USA. And in the next slide, we'll show the performance in the UK. That's what's happened in the UK over the last 10 years. We've turned £50,000 into £210,000, not including any dividends. And if I added dividends to that mix, that would have made a tremendous increase to that £210,000, but I haven't added any dividends in at all. The volatility of the returns are pretty good. I think if you look back, you can see the sell-off October, November, December in 2018. We've made that all up. You can see the sell-off at the 2016 Brexit vote, and you can see the euro crisis way back in 12 and 13. This year, we've had a really good year, and the next slide shows the performance. We haven't done any trading since the start of the year. The first confirmed call was on the 8th of January 2019, and the shares that were bought at that time have not touched or gone anywhere near their stop loss during the course of the year. We've had some sell signals, but the worry-free shares very robust and didn't hit their stop loss. Now, that portfolio is up 25%, the market's up 10%, and I haven't added in any dividends at all. So the worry-free methodology in 2019 has had a really good year in both the UK and in the USA. It's something that you can keep under control in a few minutes a day. And as I've tried to show, there hasn't been anything to do at all during the course of 2019 apart from collect the profits. If you would like a trial of VectorVest UK, just go to vectorvest.co.uk and you can try VectorVest for 30 days for £5. And if you don't think it's the best £5 you've ever spent, you can have that back with the greatest of pleasure. Just give me a shout. I look forward to working with you. Thank you very much indeed.